29th of July, feast of Mary, Martha and Lazarus. My dear friends, normally earlier it is the feast of Martha only. But then 2021, 26th of January, Pope Francis declared this as a feast of Martha, Mary and Lazarus. Of course, they are the patron saints of siblings. Jesus loved them for their family unity as brothers and sisters. So the word says he loved them, and in loving them, he used to, whenever Bethany was about 3 kilometers away from Jerusalem. So Jesus, whenever he went to Jerusalem, this is the place where he stayed. So it's in the mission, it's important that they stay in one place, isn't it? And Martha, her hospitality was one of a kind, of great importance. And she, of course, went out of her way to serve the Lord. And in serving the Lord, of course, she lost track at one point. In Luke chapter 10 verse 38 onwards, how Martha was disturbed because she was anxious with the work and she was overdoing. And then, of course, scolded the Lord and commanded him to ask her sister to help her, judging them. But then, today in the gospel we find, my dear friends, how she was converted, how she was transformed. The very Martha who was anxious with work, in John chapter 12, in anointing, when Mary was anointing the Lord, still she was serving without any allegation, without any complaint. And that's how she grew, my dear friends, in that knowledge. Of course, there the Lord said in Luke chapter 10, Martha, Martha, you are anxious over many things, but now Mary has chosen the right thing. And solum necessarium. So that's important. And so, today in the gospel, how she knew about the Lord. Of course, they were in a struggle when Lazarus was dead. And in John chapter 11, and when Lazarus was sick, they sent a message that his friend is sick. So think about Lazarus there. Nothing, Lazarus never spoke a word. What he spoke was never mentioned in the Bible. But then he's a friend of Jesus. And also Jesus cried because he's dead. He cried looking at Jerusalem. But then see the intimacy. When it comes to Mary, her place was at the feet of the Lord. Always she was there. In Luke chapter 10, she was there. And in Bethany, in anointing, John chapter 12, she was there. Even when he heard that Lord has come, she ran and fell at the feet of the Lord. So she's the one who listened, contemplation. And Martha was the one who worked. Active side of Christianity, my dear friends. So today in the gospel we find, at that time, many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. So time of mourning was long in their culture. And it is traditional that they sit and consoling them. And it was the custom. So when Martha heard that Jesus has come, he went and met him. And of course Jesus was late, isn't it? According to their view, he was late. Think about Lazarus, my dear friends. Being the friend, he knew that he must have known about Jesus' healing, miracles, how he ministered, even he raised dead. And now, that very friend is not coming. And even when he was breathing his last breath, he must have thought, if Jesus is here, come on, he's my friend, why he is forsaking me? See the agony that he was going through. And Lazarus is the one who listened to the Lord, isn't it? Because he, when he was dead, he said, Lazarus, come out. And even the dead body listened to him. It was a strong relationship, my dear friends. And now, but Mary remained. So Martha heard that Jesus was coming. She went and met him. That's her nature. Always running, welcoming. Of course, he's late. Yet, they are heartbroken. Their brother is dead. Yet she's there. Her nature is still there, isn't it? She's never upset about all what the Lord said. And while she's never complaining because he's late. But Mary remained seated in the house. That's her place. Being seated, contemplating, thinking. And so Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, it means, according to them, Jesus was not there. Is it so, my dear friends? Jesus was not there physically. When he heard the news that Lazarus was sick, he said, this is something to do with the glory of God. It won't stop there. And he was there in his prayers. He was there in his thoughts. The presence was different. God can be present in your life physically and also in a very different realm. He can be present. So God is there. Jesus was there with them. Not in the way that they wanted to, where they wanted him to be. That's how he deals with the people whom he loves, isn't it? Sometimes he allows them to die, go through terrible struggle. Love is not pleasing, isn't it? So, but even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. See that faith she has. See the knowledge she has. Jesus said, your brother will rise again. Of course, they never knew about resurrection then. Martha said, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. My dear friends, see the knowledge of Martha. So she had been listening later then, isn't it? Not only working. She was not lost in work. She has corrected her life in that way. She knew what Jesus can do. And the Lord said, I am the resurrection and life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? And she said, I believe. That's her nature. She believes that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is coming to the world. My dear friends, that's how in the first reading says, those who confess that Jesus is the Son of God, God remains in them and they in God. We have known the love of God and have believed in it. God is love. The one who lives in love lives in God and God in him. It's beautiful how the presence of God was there in their family. Lazarus, silent though, friend of Jesus, so intimately connected, Jesus cried for him and listened to him, even when he was dead. That word was powerful in his life. Mary was a listener, contemplative, at the feet of the Lord. Martha, of course, very active. Hospitality, one of a kind, special. That family bond was so strong. And Jesus loved to be with them. That's the only place Jesus was mentioned many times in the Bible. That is the only place. 3 times he was there. And it's beautiful how he enjoyed that company, that brotherhood, loving relationship. So it's an invitation to be one with the family. And the Lord will be there with you as a partner, as a member of your family. Amen. May God bless you.